Hello, welcome back to another video. So in this video, I go book shopping. Basically, I already went, which is why I'm like speaking in like past tense terms, but I always get so nervous filming in public, so I'm sorry if like footage is so scuffed. Get really anxious. So I had to like compile 3 days of shopping into one video because I went book thrifting in the beginning. Then I edited that footage and I only ended up with 4 minutes of it. So then I had to wait until another day where I went book shopping. So first 2 stores I went thrifting, and then the last one I went to an actual bookstore. So a full video of book shopping, I promise. It's gonna be a voiceover because there were so many people that I was way too nervous to talk. Normally I like videos where people talk in the bookstore, but I just couldn't do it because there were so many people around, and my anxiety turns into social anxiety when I'm in public, and then the social anxiety turns into vlog anxiety. So then I'm way too nervous to actually talk in the video, and it's gonna be a voiceover the whole time. I'm really sorry. So if that's not your thing, then skip the video, I guess. But yeah, hope you enjoy. Okay, my first stop is Goodwill. And as you can see from my hand retracting right here, the door kind of surprised me when it opened because I didn't expect it to open on its own. And so I'm heading towards the books, which are all the way in the back. There were a lot of books, but they were all old, I guess. I found A City of Glass by Cassandra Clare, and then like some other random ones. And I don't know, I just couldn't find anything good. I looked around, pulled out a few books, as you can see, but it's just nothing really interested me. I didn't recognize anything. They all seemed very, very old and like very unheard of, unrecognizable books. So I just continued to walk around, film the shelves, and just like pulled out books that had interesting spines. Later on, we went to Value Village, and there was definitely a lot more stuff here that I recognized. Here's the romance shelves, and then I'm heading to the YA shelves here. I found Cinder by Marissa Meyer. A lot of Marissa Meyer books. Someone gave away all of their Marissa Meyer books, which is really unfortunate because she was one of my favorite authors growing up. Found Heartless as well. A lot of Twilight, obviously. Found Renegades by Marissa Meyer. Love that book. Then I headed over to the mystery section, but the thing is, this one was like out in the open where people would notice if I was filming or not, so I only looked there for 2 seconds and then headed to the romance. Found a Rainbow Royale book. Very long time since I've seen anyone read any of those. Found Eleanor Oliphant, which I bought last time I went to a Value Village. Found a Colleen Hoover book. Never read a Colleen Hoover book in my life, and I don't think I ever will, if I'm being honest. Yeah, and then I just continued to browse around. Weird section called Spy and War, and then I think, yes, this one's the fantasy shelf. Found Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. This weird looking book that kind of scared me, if I'm being honest. Then I headed around to, I believe, the fiction section. I'm so sorry if like my sleeve or my hair gets in the way of the frame. I was trying to hide the camera as best as possible. And because there was a person in the fiction section, I went back to the romance section because I got scared. Found an Anna Todd book after. Sarah's Key I read in English in like grade 8. I thought it was okay. I can't really remember anything from it though, so probably found it a bit boring if I'm being honest. Found a Frederick Bachman book when I went back to the YA section. One of Us is Back. I know that's the second book in that series. Divergent. I only watched the movie and never read the book. Then I went back to the romance section. Sorry, I go back and forth a lot because if people show up, then I run away. I very much struggled to pull this book out. Yeah, see, I'm struggling to pull some of these books out. They're packed in so tightly. Then back to the fantasy shelf. Nope, never mind. That was still the fiction shelf. I'm so wrong. Beartown by Frederick Bachman. Been wanting to read that one, but I didn't get it because I didn't really have that much of an urge to read it. Mad Honey. I know this got a paperback. I don't really know what it's about. I think it's a mystery. This cover looked really cool. It reminded me of like a picnic blanket. And now we're going to Indigo because I couldn't find anything at the thrift stores. So this Indigo is one of the smaller ones. It's in a mall. And I headed straight to the YA section, or the back. Did I head straight to the YA section? I can't remember. I'm just watching my filming and voiceovering it. This one's the fiction, and here's the YA. The YA section is probably my favorite section, if I'm being honest. There's always such interesting books. I like looking at the covers. They're so pretty. Legend by Marie Lu. Love that trilogy so much. This is a new book by Judy I. Lin. The reason I went to Indigo is because I was looking for Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh, but they didn't have it. And then here's the fiction. The Ministry of Time. I've seen this one around. This one is a fantasy book. Not sure why it's there. Then Carly Fortune books. Haven't read any, but I'm kind of interested. The Book of Thorns looked really pretty as well. Then here's like the romance fantasy side. This spine looked really interesting, so I decided to pull out, see what the cover looked like. The cover looked very interesting as well. Here's the romance side. Abby Jimenez's new book, want to read that so badly. Butcher and Blackbird, also really want to read that. And then here's the Addicted series by Kristen Becker Ritchie. I'm so interested. This pomegranate book looked really interesting as well. This cover is always so pretty and I always pull it out every single time I walk into a bookstore. Honey Witch is a new release as well. I believe it's like a sapphic romance fantasy sort of thing. And then Can't Spell Treason Without Tea. This one's a cozy fantasy. So interested. Some of these covers look really interesting as well. How to End a Love Story by Yulin Kwong. I bought that one the other day at Costco. Then I went to the back for a while because there were way too many people in like the book section and looked at some cards, the really cute cards. I always love the designs. Then some of like the $10 books. Then I looked at some of the tables. Lee Bardugo's new book was there. I think this was the Romantasy table and then some popular releases that were on this wall. Then I went back to like the romance fiction, you know, back there. This cover, it looks so cool, The Land of Lost Things, and this rock cover. I'm Afraid You've Got Dragons. This cover looks so cool. Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. I've been wanting to read a Kennedy Ryan book so badly. Here's the V.E. Schwab. I wanted to show off V.E. Schwab. Fiction, Tired Ladies Take a Stand. Love that title for some reason. And here's the second indigo where I finally found Keeping 13. And yeah, I didn't get too many shots from this bookstore. Okay, and now we have a book haul. But before that, I have something so embarrassing to tell you guys. So I'm like very clumsy for some reason. I don't know why, but in the indigo, the cashier was asking me, how would you like to pay today? And it's been so long since I've used cash. Like, people hardly use cash nowadays, right? And so I had gotten cash from like a very, very nice relative. Very grateful for that because it gave me a chance to go buy more books, and it gave me a chance to buy these books that I really, really wanted. But when the cashier asked me, how would you like to pay? Since it's been so long since I used cash, the first thing that came out of my mouth was on debit, please, when it was very clear I was holding a $50 bill in my hand. It was so embarrassing. And she could see that I was like internally glitching because I paused for like a good 5 seconds registering what I just said. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Because I pulled out the bill before she even asked me, how would you like to pay today? And I'm just like, on debit, please. Clearly holding the bill in my hand. And I'm just thinking, I'm so stupid. I was texting my friend this too. I'll put it up here. But she was laughing at me, okay? It's so something I would do. It was so something I would do. I'm so awkward and clumsy talking to people. I'm literally the worst person to talk to. And for some reason, ever since moving to the city, a lot more people, like random people on the street, have just been talking to me, whether it's for like directions, taking pictures, or just like complaining about something. I had an old man on a bike the other day complaining about like this apartment complex being too expensive, the wooden flooring being not done properly. It's so strange. Okay, I have so many random people just randomly talking to me on the street, and then I keep asking my friends, do you have random people talking to you on the street? And they always tell me no. And I'm just like, why the hell is it happening to me? I'm literally the worst person to randomly talk to out on the street. But anyways, I have a book haul for you guys. So 2 books I showed you in the store, but we have Keeping 13 and Saving 6 by Chloe Walsh, book 2 and 3 in the Boys of Tom series. I have not been able to stop thinking about Binding 13 ever since I read it. I've just been going crazy. I haven't been able to read anything for the past few days because I couldn't stop thinking about like the characters in the story and the cliffhanger that happened in Binding 13, and I couldn't stop myself until I found these books. It took me so long to find Keeping 13, I swear to God. I had to go to like 3 stores within like a week just to find this book because it's going out of stock everywhere, because I think the newest book came out and people just want to read this series. Yeah, but luckily I found it. It was the last one in that store. It was literally right in my face as I walked in, and I'm just like, oh my God, and I immediately just grabbed it. Yeah, but this is a continuation for Johnny and Shannon's story, and then I believe this one's Joey and his girlfriend's story. I really like his girlfriend. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce her name because I really don't know how to. But yeah, that's gonna be all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, filming in public, don't really like it, but I love you guys enough that I'll try to do it every now and then. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!